Will this hold up? Do you see this market as it is right now? Because it is a seller's market. Do you think it holds up in 2022 when things are back to normal? When my income can now be spent on multiple choices,
right.
Not just the one that's on eBay, and because I can't go out tonight, because the place is closed down.
Right.
So.
Right.
Hey everyone, welcome to Comics with Bueller. As always, I'm Bueller. Today is episode 104 of the brand new Coffee and Comics show. As you can see, I'm not alone. I got my good friend Bob here with me. Bob, how you doing today?
I'm struggling, my friend. I hurt my back once again.
Again?
And this time it's a pretty bad one, so
yeah?
I'm fighting through some things.
They got the little thing right here in front
yeah.
that makes you. Yeah. I got one of those too, so I know what you're going through.
For
but
sure.
Hopefully you take some time and you feel a little bit better maybe in a couple weeks and stuff, and you know what, just relax.
Thank you, my friend.
Get off that treadmill. I don't know what you do. I don't know.
I gotta get off the couch is what I need to get
Stop
off.
hurting yourself, man. Knock it off. I'm getting tired of this.
Yeah.
But you know what, let's go ahead and start off with the coffee that we're drinking, because that's usually what we do. And today I'm drinking a nice homebrew iced coffee. I made it myself.
Nice.
And it's very strong, and I need it because I've been very busy the last few days. I've been shipping out books and a whole bunch of other stuff, and it's like nonstop. So it's going to be nonstop up until like next week. So it should be fun. But anyway, that's what I'm drinking. I'm going to take a sip. It's not Mocha Express, but you know what? It's close.
There you go.
What are you having?
I'm having just regular Keurig donut shop coffee with some Irish cream sugar-free sweetener inside of it, and it's tasty.
We're pretty lazy today. Mm-hmm. We're just basic stuff. Donut shop, Keurig coffee. There you go. I've got plenty of that. I've got multiple Keurig machines.
Yeah.
And even my brand new one is still giving me crap.
That's crazy.
Isn't that nuts, man? You saw it. It's like dribbling out there.
Dribble.
Yeah. It's like Tom Hanks in The Green Mile. Can't get nothing out. I need that one guy to come touch it.
There you go.
Make it all better.
Oh, that's so bad, man.
Come on, man. Fix my Keurig machine.
Fix my Keurig.
But let's go ahead and talk about some things that are going on this week. Mm-hmm. And first things first, Infinity Toy and Comic Con is going to be on Saturday in Florida, in Kissimmee, Florida. Mm-hmm. I will be there. I'm very excited to be going there. Thank you, Tony, from Comic Pro Line, for helping setting this up, and also all the people at Infinity Toy and Comic Con for inviting me to be a guest. If you guys are in the area on Saturday, the 12th, come on over, bring a mask and all the stuff you need to stay safe. I'm going to be staying safe. I have a mask and maybe some gloves and some other hand sanitizer. You name it, I'm going to make sure everything's good, to be honest. Yeah. But I'm really looking forward to seeing everybody, so please stop by. I'm pretty sure I have a table, and I'll have some prints for sale that are fan art that people have made. I'll have some copies of my exclusive book with me, not very many, like 10. But I'm really looking forward to getting out of Oregon and going to Florida. Mm-hmm. That does mean that there is no coffee video next week.
Yeah.
Because I will be in Florida for a week. I will be there from the 10th through the 17th. Mm-hmm. I'll be hanging out with friends. I'll be going to comic book shops. Might even go to Disney World. Maybe go to the beach. I don't know.
Somebody actually asked if you might be able to do a live stream while you're out there. Is that a plan?
I want to. I want to do as much as I possibly can. And also I would like to... on my other channel, and I don't talk about it very much, it's the Travis T channel, and I'll leave a link down below. If you guys want to check out that channel, I do a lot of live stuff on that one. Mm-hmm. If you guys can help me get to 1,000 subscribers, I'm like 750 right now, but that means I can mobile live stream on that channel as well. That's something I would like to do. So if you want to go check out that channel and help me get to that 1,000, I know there's plenty of people who watch, so it shouldn't be a problem to get a couple hundred subs. But I can mobile live stream whenever I want on that channel and do stuff on the regular channel as well. So,
there you go.
But I do a lot of live stuff on that channel. And that's pretty much what it is. It's all live stuff. And every now and then I put an edited video that's like cut up of what we've done on the coffee video.
Right.
But really it's just me not really talking about anything in particular. Just like, hey, I'm bored, so I'm going to go live on my other channel. So Travis T. But do me a favor. I'm really looking forward to the... Comic-Con, so if you're in that area in Florida, Kissimmee, Florida, come on and see me, man. Should be a lot of fun.
That's awesome stuff, man.
You gonna miss me?
I'm gonna miss you.
You're not gonna
but I'm not gonna kiss you.
Good. Okay, then. You know what? Let's go ahead and get the ball rolling. Let's go ahead and start off with our first 5.
Yeah.
Brought to you by Comic Pro Line. You're up first. Go ahead.
Yeah, actually, I brought some older Flash books. I got number 226, where he's trying to figure out whether he's a hero or a villain.
Nice.
And then I can't ever read this. 240. There we go. And then we got number 297. Always loved that cover. And then we got number 6 from the revamped.
Is there something special about that one?
I just like the cover.
All right. That works for me.
There you go. And then, let's see. I should wear my glasses, huh?
Man, he's struggling.
I am. This one, 134.
You sure about that?
I'm sure about that.
Okay, Grandpa, take your books off there.
There we go.
I got my 5. Here we go. This is Spider-Woman number 5. Love me some Spider-Woman.
Yeah.
Here's Spider-Woman number 50, but it's like a photo thing, which is like the, I don't know, TV show or something like that. I thought that was pretty cool. And here it is right here, Knock 'em Dead number 1, the very first official exclusive Comics with Bueller variant.
Very cool.
That's it. They're all going out right now. I half of them went out on Thursday and Friday. The rest of them are going out today. And I've gotten everybody's address, so I'm all good to go.
Very
so everyone should be receiving them this week. So I want to say thank you to everyone. This one is your copy.
Is it really?
Yeah, and it's
thank you.
Autographed and everything.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you, bro.
You're very welcome.
I actually read it last night. It was good. It was good.
I still have not read it.
Really?
I might have read it by now, by the time this video airs, because we're filming this on a Saturday. But I've been so busy packing everything up and doing everything, I haven't even had a chance to sit down and read it yet.
Oh, man.
So
You'll like it. You'll like it.
I'm glad to hear it's pretty good.
Going to the PC, though.
There you go. A couple of my other first 5 is, this is the King in Black number 1. This is the cover I really liked. And it was just a 1-for-1 ratio, so no big deal.
Nice.
And then another new one, and I don't know if you saw this, Fantastic Four Road Trip number 1 variant. The story's kind of gross, like I said, but man, that cover... He's peeling scabs off himself.
Yeah, I was blown away.
But you know what? I picked it up just because of the cover. The story was okay. I had already read it. But anyway, I just wanted to get it, and I was surprised that they had it, to be totally honest.
For sure.
But anyway, that's my first 5.
Good first 5.
And like I said, all the Knock 'em Dead exclusives are on their way. They're heading your way right now. I want to say thank you to everyone who purchased them. I will have a small handful available at the Comic-Con, like less than 10, to be totally honest. But if you're looking to get one, you can go to dakotacomics.com. I know they still have a few left. Same price as what I was selling them for. And that's the person I partnered up with, the comic shop. So they have a very small amount. So if you want to get one right now, go there, order it, and they'll mail it to you right away. So
that's awesome.
And I think that you can even get an autograph from Clara, because she lives in the same town.
Right.
So, and that's the artist who did it. So
sure. Very cool.
All right, so let's go ahead and get started with our topic.
Yeah.
And our topic is brought to you by Blackbox Comics. They have a comic coming out this month at Devil's Dominion. I've been talking about it for a while. It was really good. I read it, kind of a cross between Ghost Rider and Something Is Killing the Children. So I'm looking forward to actually getting that book in my hand. You can go to their website, blackboxcomics.net. Enter the code Bueller10. You save 10%. So make sure you get that book. There you go.
Awesome.
But our topic today is it a good time to be selling comic books? Obviously, when you're selling books, that means people are buying. So it kind of goes hand in hand, selling, buying. And when I ask this question, I'm talking about the collector. I'm not talking about comic shops or retailers or whatnot. I'm talking about you and me and you or whatnot. And is it a good time for us as the collector to be selling comics?
Yeah.
We got some great comments, and I will go ahead and go first. This is from Modius. He says, great time to be selling comics. The prices across the board are at record levels. Buying keys is a bad idea. For the same reason, prices are crazy at this time.
Yeah.
I think he's right. I think things are very expensive right now.
Right now, yeah.
And, I mean, perfect example, that Daredevil 25 that came out this week. Me and you have been on Daredevil. Isn't it nice when you're on a book?
Yes.
And then it's just on your pull list, and it has been from the very beginning.
Yep.
And all of a sudden that book spikes.
Oh, yeah.
That's like the icing on the cake.
It's always nice.
Yeah, because you don't have to worry. You know it's there.
What's bad, though, is that, when you get in on a book like that and you pre-order something and then you get boned on it, like I did this week.
What did you get boned?
The 1 in 25 cover, I was supposed to get 2 of them.
Oh, for the Daredevil?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I love that cover, and I got hosed on it.
You didn't get one? Or?
Nope. Didn't even get one.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I was mad.
It's going to be okay, Bob.
I know.
Is that why you threw out your back and threw a fit?
I did, man. Running back. There's guys, man.
I can see that happening.
Right.
I can totally see you just sitting there flipping out in the comic shop. I didn't get my comic. Oh.
Wasn't that bad, man, okay?
But anyway, the prices are really high right now.
Yeah.
And they're selling. I'm looking at, like, every week I see, like, record sales set on graded books, on non-graded books. And every week they're more and more and more. I don't know why that is, to be honest. I don't know why it's growing so fast. And even, like, modern comics are selling, like, for extremely high values and stuff. And it just seems to be like it's just ones that are hot, like, right now in the last 6 months. It's like the ones that were hot 6 months ago, they've already forgot about them.
Yeah.
And they just moved on, and they're like, if it's hot right now, within the last 6 months, we better get it. And they're just making the prices go up through the roof.
Yeah, I got my own theories on that. Number one, I think the better way to say what Modius is saying here is that it's a seller's market right now, not a buyer's market. And I really think that because of COVID, and you have a lot more people that have kind of stepped back into comics. They're getting bored. They're reading material.
Yeah.
That's one thing. And then the other thing is the YouTube community has stirred up a lot of old collectors to come back again.
Yeah.
And people are buying.
Yeah.
And so I think it's great for for comics. But at the same time, right now, I think it's not a good idea to buy.
Yeah. I think you said something there pretty good. There's a lot of boredom right now.
Yeah.
I think that's a big case. There's a lot of just people like, what am I supposed to do? There's no movies to go to, and my shop is only open 3 days a week now or something like that's like our shop or whatnot. So it's just a different time. Time will tell if that holds up.
Sure.
We'll definitely see. I got the next one as well. This is from Oliver Ortiz. He says, sometimes I think about the time I may want to sell my collection. What I then focus on is how I will feel if I do so. The answer is always sad. This is due to my emotional attachment to my collection. I don't have anyone in my life that feels the way I do about my collection, not even my children. So I have come to the realization that they will just go to them to ultimately sell for their monetary value. I wish I had someone to give them to, but since I will be gone, the selling of my lifelong collection will not be painful to me. So for me, the answer is never, not while I'm still breathing.
All right.
There was, asking this question is now a good time to sell comics. Mm-hmm. There was a lot of people like that. Yeah. I will never sell my books.
Yeah.
I will just flat out never sell them. I enjoy them too much. I'm not buying them to sell, I just want them, and there was a lot of people like this gentleman, he doesn't have someone to pass them on to, and so whatever happens to them, when that day does come, and hopefully that's not anytime soon, obviously, but it's just a collection sitting there, and I think that's the tale of the tape for as long as comics has been around. I think it's kind of the same thing. Fathers, grandfathers collected or whatnot. They didn't want to sell it. The kids inherited them or
Sure.
whatever. And it just goes generation to generation to generation. And, but yeah, I agree. It's not for everyone to sell comics. Sometimes I go through periods where I don't know if I could sell some more books, and then I'm like, I'll just sell whatever I want, and stuff. I know you've always talked about selling books.
Yeah.
But when it comes to actually pulling the trigger, it's not as easy said as done.
That's true. I mean, I haven't really lent myself to pulling the trigger yet. I'm very close. My goal is to get the grails that I want, and so I've accumulated a good number of books. I talked to you not that long ago about doing an auction. I'm probably going to pull that on my channel here pretty soon.
Nice.
But I got a ton of books that I have no emotional tie to. That I've really accumulated for the sole purpose of being able to build up to get the grails that I want. I really want that Fantastic Four number 5. I've never owned it in my life, and I really want to get that grail.
There you go.
And so...
the best bet would be to collect something else that you don't like.
Yeah.
And just use the money from that
right.
to buy the comic books, and that way you're okay, right?
For sure.
There you go. Collect coins or something. I don't know. Legos or something that you're not attached to. All right, Bob, you're up next.
Sure thing. This one comes from Copy 801. He would say, I would say it's a good time to sell comics. I sell on eBay, and I'm going to start selling on Instagram very soon. I don't really sell keys, mostly fillers, and I can say that people consistently buy my lots. I'm not looking to get rich or overcharge people, just to have the hobby pay for itself. As long as you don't spend too much money on books, having secure packaging, and offer good prices, you can successfully sell comics.
Yeah, you can't, like you said, it's a seller's market right now. And I've noticed that lots are selling really well. Like what he said, what he's doing, he's putting together some lots, not really keys, just kind of fillers.
Sure.
And a lot of people are just right now trying to fill their collection.
Yeah.
And stuff. The keys are always pretty much always available.
Sure.
Everyone's always, I got keys, I'm going to sell it. But the ones that you have a hard time finding are the filler books, believe it or not.
Right.
At least for a good price.
Yeah.
It's like you'll go to a comic shop and you're looking for just a random book, Justice League New 52, number 11. And looking for that one book, the chances of you finding just that one book is pretty
slim.
And even when you do, even though it's probably a 50-cent book, I know the shops around here, or some of them, are $4 or $5 for that book. Okay, is it worth to buy $4? No, it's not. But when you can buy a lot, and find that book in a lot with a bunch of other stuff, and actually end up getting it for around that 50-cent price point because you're buying multiple books together, you just average them out. That's a really good deal. And like he said, he's selling a lot of that stuff. And I think that's where it is. If you put together a nice lot of good-looking covers or a run of books, you can get a good value for it, depending on how much you paid for it and depending on how much you can sell it. Because I think the auctions on stuff are just going nuts.
Yeah.
It's just, I would never put something out right now at just a buy it now price because it's just the auctions is where it's at.
Yeah,
on
absolutely.
eBay, it's just people are just wanting stuff left and right. A good X-Men lot, hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, easy to do.
Yeah, I see that happening more and more. I think that's the way to go. Even Gem Mint put out a video that talked about how he built up his a revenue, and one of the things that he did was to get certain lots. You'd collect certain series, he'd get a lot of them, and then he would sell them, and he'd get a higher price for them.
Yeah.
And that really is a good way to go if you're trying to sell your comics.
Yeah, I think like something like the Alex Ross variants.
Yeah.
I put them all together. I think I could probably sell the lot, for quite a bit more than what they would be cover price.
Sure.
Or for at least for what I paid for them. I'm not going to do that because I really enjoy them.
Yeah.
But I'm saying something like that was put together, that all the work is done.
Yeah.
The work of finding all these books and putting the set together, that takes time to do. But it's already done for me. So
Absolutely.
That's pretty nice.
And those are blowing up right now.
Yeah, I know. All right, Bob, you got the next one as well.
Yeah. Next one comes from Andrew Deutzman. He says, it's never a good time to sell comics. I was a pull box customer for most of my life. I stopped collecting and was going to sell a lot of my collection. I didn't for some reason, and I can't even remember. I gave away pretty much all of my Deadpool books to my nephew. I was done with the hobby. Then my son asked about my comics, and now we read books together. My nephew is now a huge Spawn fan and says the books I gave him got him started. Every book you have has value, but cashing out for money is not worth the value in seeking someone's eyes light up. I won't sell books now. I will give them to someone who will love them. It's good to be back in the hobby.
I like that because we read Oliver's.
Yeah.
And it was the second one. And unfortunately, Oliver doesn't have that person to hand down the books to. Andrew, his son, has found some interest in his books.
Yeah.
And that's great. It's the opposite. He has someone to hand them to that's going to enjoy them. We've talked, your son, or kids kind of enjoy comic books a little bit to a certain extent. Quite a bit more than mine do, to be honest. My son has zero interest. And honestly, my daughter, even though I enjoy her, she really doesn't care, to be honest. She loves Iron Man, but she loves the actor who plays Iron Man, not the, what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So my kids really don't have an interest in it, So I'm Oliver and you're Andrew in this scenario.
Right.
I hope that someday, if I have grandkids, maybe they show some interest in my hobby and I can give them my books, and not every book is that important to give to.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of books in people's collections that are just worth $1 or or 50 cents. But there's a nice few boxes that are like, these are special.
Yeah.
These are books I want to share with someone. These are ones I want my kids to have. And even though my kids may not like them, I still want them to have them.
Yeah.
So they're stuck with them whether they like it or not. Do not sell.
Right.
They're like, or whatnot. So, but Andrew, I think that's great that you're in the point and you have someone to share your collection with.
Yeah.
And, I think of like Will and Sean from Here on the Kid.
For sure.
There's a father and a son collecting together. It's more Will stuff, I think, to be totally honest right now. But, he'll get to share that with his kid the whole time. Absolutely. And when you're doing it at the same time, I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I got a thing going on with my son right now. We both like tabletop gaming and things like that, but we've always connected over comics in some way or another. And my son hasn't been into comics for a while, and he came and he said, why don't we collect the Spawn collection? Oh, cool. And I was like, yeah, let's go for that. Now, I've probably been doing more collecting than he has, which is okay.
Sure.
But I hear the excitement when I get some new Spawn books.
Yeah.
And I always love a chance to be able to go out with them. But because of COVID, we haven't been able to go out with each other here, lately.
Freaking cool.
I know.
All right, I got the next one here. This is from Scott Thielen, our good friend Scott. He says, I think it is a good time to sell comics. This pandemic may have inflated the market and artificially increased the value of many books that will not hold their value. The moral of the story, kids, is don't overpay for comics. I think we kind of mentioned like the boredom, and that's kind of because of the pandemic that's going on.
Sure.
And I think he's right. I think that like I said, the people who are bored right now, they're just looking for something to do. Okay, they're looking to spend their money. They're looking. My shops aren't open. I can't go there, or my shop is closed. I can't go there. Man, I was saving this money to go to Comic-Con. That never happened.
Right.
Okay, people do that. People save money to go to cons and do this. So there's all sorts of areas to where people have. Hopefully, it's disposable income. If you're trading comic books for your dinner, don't be doing that.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother story. That's not what I'm talking about. But if you have a disposable income right now and you're just sitting there and you're bored and you don't have the opportunity to go see a movie or go do these things or go on a trip or whatever it is, you still want to spend that money.
Yeah.
And that is making the comics, inflated right now.
For sure.
And
I think there's another piece of this as well, is that, some of these people that are coming back to comics or new collectors that are coming in, it is much easier now than it ever has been to figure out what to buy, keys and all those types of things. And so very quickly, people are honing in on what they want to buy, be based upon some of the apps and the buzz coming from channels and all these different things. And so I think books are blown up really quickly because people are finding them quicker as well.
Yeah, like we've said many times, the information is there immediately.
Yeah.
Everyone knows within the first 10 minutes of something going on. Is there a secret variant? All of a sudden, everyone knows.
Yep.
Is there a new Daredevil? That's a lady? Apparently, everyone knows.
Right.
Literally, it's within a few minutes, and the word is out. And, I read that Daredevil on Monday. I sent that to you on Monday.
You did.
Okay. I didn't say a word. I'm not the type of guy to do that.
Right.
I appreciate what Marvel does, and I'm not going to go take advantage of that and stuff.
Right.
But I also have signed an agreement where I won't say anything as well, so I can't say nothing.
Right.
But I saw that. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I wonder, and I said to myself, I wonder if that's going to be something. It's already on my list. I'm good to go. Mm-hmm. But I wonder if that's going to be something. And sure enough, guess what? It was something. Yeah. Now, whether that is something 3 months from now, I don't think so.
I think it will be.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think it's just a temporary thing. I think she's back. I think she's just filling in for a few weeks.
Yeah, maybe for a few weeks. But basically, he got put in prison for 2 years, so it's possible that she's
these characters
don't
age. Okay, don't give me that. how old would Matt Murdock be right now in real life?
Yeah. Oh, believe me, I know. He'd be
in the grave or something right now. Okay, so don't give me that. 2 years.
I'm just saying she could be there for a little while than just a couple of issues.
He's on the cover of like the next 2 issues for the Knoll thing. Mm-hmm. He's on there.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's a tie-in from the, I don't know, three issues max. Whatever. Get it while you can, I guess.
For sure.
Okay. I got the next one as well. This is from Justin Mosley, he says, it's a good time to sell comics because right now, with no movies coming out, all the focus has been moved back to the print form, and it's creating increased interest in floppies both at the LCS and the secondary market. Unfortunately, it's brought out people looking to take advantage of this and has driven prices for all the longtime readers through the roof. Last Ronin and Daredevil 25, for example. Like anything, there's good and bad, but if more people are buying comics, then it's good for the industry in the long term. So this is an interesting take, and he kind of hit on something. He went to the other direction, but for the last, I don't know, since I've been back in the comics, 2 or 3 years, okay? Every speculation you hear, or 90% is like, man, this character is going to be in a movie. This character is going to be in a TV show. Or it's 90% of it is that stuff.
Yeah.
There's nothing being made. Or if it's being made, as far as Hollywood, it's trickling out.
Yeah.
Okay? As far as like this whole year, since March, everything has been shut down. Okay? What did that do to the Black Widow books that were like, okay, here's the first appearance of the Last Guardian, or the whatever the characters were in that Black Widow movie? Mm-hmm. They spiked really hard. And then movie got delayed. Movie's not coming out till 2021, 22. I don't know. So all those books go up, and now they're all back down.
Yeah.
We don't really know when any of these movies are legitimately actually going to come out.
Yeah, because they can push them back again.
Yes, they just keep pushing them back and pushing them back. And TV shows as well. I mean, they're just trickling out here and there. So when you hear all this speculation about, he's in a movie. Okay, 2 years from now, they're in the movie, or a year and a half, or whatever it is. Mm-hmm. It's like people are starving for stuff right now. Yeah. And that's why I like 5 out of the top 10 hot books of the week are Star Wars books, because there's really one show on television. It's the Star Wars Mandalorian, and just because there's a robot with red lights that pops up on one of the shows, that means that book spikes 200%.
Right.
And I'm like, what? Are we really that desperate for a robot, a nameless robot,
right,
to be seen in the show, and then the little panel in a book, and that spikes that book that much?
Right.
That's kind of crazy. It's because there's nothing else out there right now that's really filling that void. We usually get 4, 5, 6, movies a year, multiple, television shows, or you hear this, and there's nothing coming out.
Yeah.
It's just not happening, And does it affect it that these movies now from Warner Brothers are just going straight to the service? Will that make it a big difference, on the value of the book? Because we're just making it straight to the service or whatnot. Because I've always noticed that when you hear a TV show and you hear a movie, okay, there's been a difference in price. Okay, this character is going to make an appearance in the S.H.I.E.L.D. TV show.
Right.
Didn't really make a big difference.
Yeah.
Okay, but this character is going to be in a movie, and it made a big difference in price. These movies, and the Warner Brothers, they said, hey, we're just sticking these movies next year all on our streaming service, that you will get for free if you're signed up to the thing. Will that make a difference in the prices where they don't jump as much as they used to?
Right.
Be curious to see.
It will be curious to see. But I mean, we've had this discussion, I think a couple of times on the show, when people are speccing based upon movie rights, or that a character is going to be on the big screen, it spikes up, but it's never a good investment, because if you look at most of those, a year later they're right back down to where they were before that, and so whether they are actually in a movie or not, I mean, for our purposes, it's a bad investment.
I mean, I think we agree on that. I think there's very few that actually hold their value in the long run as far as the Hollywood factor. We did a whole video on the Hollywood factor, and how many really do hold their value years later.
Yeah.
Very small.
Very
slim. It might spike them a little bit, and they go down. They don't go down maybe to where they were before, but they're never as much as they were at like the peak of the interest. And a lot of that could be half or 70% less than what it was. So.
Yeah, and that Daredevil book that came out this week, one of the reasons why that got snatched up as quick as it did, Marvel did a terrible job in marketing that book, right? I mean, there was never any solicitations as to what was going on in that book. It was Matt goes to prison, and that was it. So nobody spec'd on it. Shops didn't really buy more of it. And then when people found out that the big reveal at the end of the book, everybody started scrambling to get the book, and it's gone.
Oh, I knew there was something with it.
Oh, yeah.
You want to know why? I'll tell you why. It's because for some reason that book came out a week after 24.
Right.
When's the last time they did that for that series? That book is a every other week book.
Right.
24 came out the week before, and 25 was the very next week.
Well, okay. So you know me. I don't buy multiple copies usually ever. Every once in a while, when I know something is going to be kind of big, I'll pick it up. For Daredevil 25, 3 months ago, I told the LCS I wanted 5 copies.
Yeah.
So I lucked out. I had no idea what was going to be in the book, but 25, issue 25 for Marvel is a huge milestone. They don't get many books to go up to 25 nowadays. They just don't. And it's my boy, so
there you go.
I got lucked out.
There you go. All right, whatever. You got the next one.
Sure. Next one comes from Leo Peralta. He says, "It's funny you should ask that question. Is it time to sell? Yes, it is. I left this hobby for about 20 years. Now I'm back, and I've been collecting since July. I thank you and a few other YouTubers for keeping me in the loop while I have been away. The one thing I have learned is that this hobby should pay for itself. So I'm selling and will continue to sell some back issues, heck, even flip books that just come out and are super hot."
Yeah, I like when he says pay for itself, and another comment referred to that as well.
Yeah.
And you actually talked about Gem Mint. He talked about that in one of his videos, how the hobby pays for itself. I can do it to where the hobby pays for itself. It's a little different circumstance for me or whatnot, but I, in the past, have I'm going to buy this book to pay for next week's poll. And literally, that's what I did. It's literally, I'd go in this, I'd say, okay, I wouldn't buy this book for any other reason. I don't want it, but I'm only going to buy it because I know it's worth a little bit of money, and I'm going to sell it, and then next week it's going to pay for my poll list.
Right.
And that's awesome. If you can do that, if you can pick up an extra copy of Thor number 5, I think that's one of the books I picked up an extra copy of, that will pay for my poll list the next week. Or a Daredevil 25 could pay for your poll list the next week. Now, I haven't sold a lot of books lately as far as auction. I haven't done an auction in months. I mean, like March last time I did. But a lot of those books I had were literally books I had bought to just pay for the next week's poll. What was some of the big, the Punchline one or whatnot. The first appearance of Punchline's mouth or whatever it was. That's pretty much what it was, their mouth or something like that. So I bought an extra copy, sold it, paid for my books next week. If you're in a place to where you can have it like that, and that's not too much work, to figure that out, and to literally have that, dedicated income that will pay for your books week after week, and you don't have to worry about it. You can hide it, like we've talked about this. You can hide that money from your wife, have a little special account, little special PayPal account.
Right.
There you go. PayPal is their email address. That's great. And there you go. And you'll never know. But, that's the way to go. If you're going to do this hobby, and if you want to make a little bit of money on it, it's kind of like gambling as well. It's like if you go gamble and you get $20, okay, and you win 40, well, take the 20, put it back in your pocket.
Yeah.
Take the other 20 that you won that's free money and do whatever you want with it.
Sure.
Okay? That's kind of how comics are.
It should be.
Yeah.
I contend there are a lot of people that want to do that, but don't know how to do that and don't want to put the work in, and they just never do.
Yeah.
And so, but it does take work.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
But not if you set your $30 a week.
Yeah.
If I can make $30 a week selling a few comic books.
For sure.
Or something like that. I mean, if you're thinking about, I need to make a couple $100 a week or $400 a week, that's a little tougher.
Exactly.
But if you're like, man, if I can make $30 to $40 a week selling a couple books here and there,
you pay for your hobby.
Yeah, exactly. That's not too much.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay, you got the last one.
All right, this one comes from Ken Lovett.
Go ahead.
This one comes
I'm keeping this in because I know.
You did that on purpose,
go
man.
ahead.
This one comes from Ken Lovett. Sell it. He said, for many, now is the best time to sell comics on online platforms. A lot of folks can't get to their LCS. How funny is it that I got into the hobby this year and I bought hundreds of comic books before stepping into a bona fide LCS? My city's comic shop is located inside an antique store, as awesome as that is. But if others weren't selling comics on eBay, I would have missed out on so many books when COVID hit.
So here's my question, and there's so many options to get books right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Will this hold up? Okay, we're on, the COVID thing is, everything's happening right now. We're a few months away from hopefully a vaccine that gets widely available to people. And let's just take 2021 and call it kind of a crap year as well, okay? Because it's going to take a while to get everything done. So let's just jump to 2022. Mm-hmm. And we're back to normal, or somewhat back to normal. Cons are going on. Movies are open, okay? You can go do stuff, without being worried, okay? Yeah. Will this hold up? Do you see this market as it is right now? Because it is a seller's market. Do you think it holds up in 2022 when things are back to normal? When my income can now be spent on multiple choices, right, not just the one that's on eBay, and because I can't go out tonight, because the place is closed down.
Right, right. That's a good question. I'd love to speculate and say no, but I don't know. I do know that if you've been in this hobby long enough, it ebbs and flows, right? Whatever comes up does come back down, and it's proven over time that does happen over and over again. And so eventually, this being a seller's market, it's going to crash back down, and it's going to become a buyer's market. And you just have to look for what's going on, and when it starts to dip, make sure you don't get caught.
Yeah. I think that right now and all the way through probably about I'll just say almost all of next year, it's going to be a seller's market.
I think so too.
I think it's going to be, if you're looking to sell your collection, I think you're going to get more than you ever had before, just because people just have that disposable income right now, or hopefully, and they don't have the options to use to buy other things.
Sure.
And that being said, you just have more people available to buy things.
Right.
Has a lot to do with the economy as well, and everything. Who knows what's going to happen 6 months from now?
Yeah, of course.
But as far as what I'm looking at right now, and the one thing about comics, when we kind of went through the recession or whatever it was 8 years ago or whatever, 12 years ago, whatever it was, things, home prices went down and all a bunch of stuff went down and stuff. But movie prices or people going to the movies didn't go down because it wasn't a very expensive thing to do.
Right.
It was a cheaper thing that it was $5, $6 to go see a movie. So it wasn't like a big, huge dollar thing you just can't pull the trigger on because the economy's bad. It's like, hey, I'm going to take that $6 because, man, today really sucked. I'm going to go watch a movie.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So the comic books are kind of the same. They're a little bit cheaper. They're not tremendous amount of money, for a lot of books. And you can, even though maybe the economy does go down a little bit, it's a quick escape for not a lot of money. Sure. So, but I think now is the best time to be selling books. I think the prices are reflecting that week after week. The prices keep on going up. I think it's going to flow into next year for quite some time. And then as things start turning around and other doors start opening for other people to spend their money on other stuff, that's when you see the downswing. So if you want to sell your books right now and actually make some money, set it up, man.
Yeah.
Get to it. If you don't mind, saying goodbye, like I said, a few people in here just don't want to say goodbye to their books.
Sure.
I totally get that, and but if you don't have a problem doing it, I'm probably going to sell most of my collection this year or within the next 6 months.
I think it's wise.
To be totally honest, except for some special ones. But for the most part, I think I'm selling 80% of my collection within the next 6 months. So
interesting. I think another thing that's happening as well is that even though we do have eBay and Instagram out there, if you do your research, there are a lot of mini shops that are opening up, personal shops that people are selling their collections with, and you can find a lot of great deals there right now. But they're out there. I'm seeing them pop up everywhere. I agree. I think this is a great time right now to be selling comics. It's not so much of a buyer's market. I mean, if you're looking for that key right now, I'd be very careful. Because if you look at the trends, you definitely, before COVID, look at those prices that they were before COVID. I think they returned to those prices pretty quickly. And you can probably get them for much cheaper going forward. But,
I want to welcome all, there's obviously a bunch of new people getting back in the comics right now. And I want to welcome, if you're watching this video, welcome to getting back. I mean, a few of these comments in here just stated that they just got back into it. And it's awesome getting back. And the one thing I've said before, when you are buying comics and if you hesitate, ask yourself, do you really want it in your collection? Okay, if it's a book that it's not something special that you would want in your collection, don't buy it just because it is a key. Buy it because you want it in your collection. And the other thing I've said, If you know you can flip it and make money within the first 24 hours, then buy it.
Yeah.
Those are my two standards, okay? If it's a book to where you know you can sell it and make money within the first 24 hours, go ahead and do it, and then do that. And then, if it's a key that you want in your collection, go ahead and buy it. But if it's a key that you don't really care about, pass on it.
Yeah.
So, rule of thumb.
Rule of thumb.
50 cents, too, by the way. Anyway, that's our topic.
It's a good topic.
We went through that pretty quick, so that's not bad. We're just rolling through things. But you know what? Now it's time for something very special.
What's that?
And we're going to go ahead to our final five. I tricked you there, didn't I?
You did.
Yeah, there you go.
New segment?
No. Okay. Final five brought to you by Comics Pro Line. You want to go first?
Sure enough. Why not?
Okay.
I brought some Captain America. I brought some Captain America books, and here is number 112. And this is comes from the 75th anniversary of Cap.
Nice.
Like that one. This is Captain America and the Invaders number 1. And I love this cover by Alex Ross, Captain America number 600.
Yeah, I got that one too.
And then Captain America 226.
Oh, that's the best one right there.
I love that one. I know, that one's his, folks.
He goes, I couldn't reach it.
I couldn't. My back hurts so bad, man. I can't get my caps.
All right, so here's my final five. I have a couple facsimiles. Batman number 251.
One of my favorite of all time.
There you go. Some Neil Adams good stuff. Mm-hmm. Another Batman number 181. This is the first appearance of Wolverine. No, that's not it?
That's not it.
Okay, never mind. And then this is my favorite character. I just want to show these again. I missed the two of them. Here's Punisher number 1, the 5-part miniseries. Here is number 3. And then here is number 4. So I'm missing part 2 and part 5. But it's always been one of my favorites. I was just watching some documentary about the Punisher the other day, and it was pretty cool. It was the history of the Punisher.
Really?
It was on like Looper or something like that.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. So there you go. That's my final five.
Good final five.
Okay, let's go ahead and go to this very next special segment. Actually, let's go ahead and go to Robbie's Pick of the Week.
All right.
Hey everybody, I'm Rockin' Robbie Billups. You're watching the all-new Coffee and Comic Show on Comics with Bueller, and my pick of the week is...
King in Black, number 1 by Marvel Comics. Of course, this one written by Donny Cates, art by Ryan Stegman. What an amazing issue this was.
So you enjoy this?
I did.
All right, well, I enjoyed it too. I don't want you to say anything else.
Okay.
Because we're going to talk about it here in a minute in
for
another
sure.
segment. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. We actually, this video is coming out on Monday. We actually talked about this on Saturday, a few days ago, on the best comic books of the month for November. And this was one we just threw in there because we really couldn't pass on it and not talk about it for 5 more weeks or whatnot. So we put that in there if you want to go check that out and find out my thoughts on this book. And everyone else who was on the panel, Jim Mint, Robbie, Hero and the Kid, Dylan. Unfortunately, Bob didn't make it. He's got some plans and stuff, so that's just the way it goes. He wasn't here last week either, so we postponed 1 week and then he couldn't make it again. So you know what? 2 shots, you're out there, buddy. But great book, but great pick by Robbie as well. Do me a favor, go to Robbie's channel, Pop Culture Philosophers. He does all of the best reviews. He reads everything on Tuesday night. Puts his video. He missed it.
You missed it?
Yes. Internet was down my ass.
I don't know. A bunch of people were scrambling. Those what happened to the review video?
Yeah, but anyway, it's normally Tuesday night. Yeah. But the best reviews on YouTube. I really enjoy them. Thank you, Robbie. Nice pick. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead and go to our newest, most popular segment. All right, people love this one. Because this is, Was It Good?
Was It Good?
Was It Good? And this one where we take 3 books each, we've read them, and we tell you whether it was good or whether it sucked. I think you even said one sucked one time.
Right,
so,
I did.
There you go. So, Bob, let me ask you, my friend, King in Black is on your list. Was it good?
It was more than good. It was pretty incredible.
Nice.
I mean, from beginning to end, it just had action, that the type of stuff that I love. You could tell Donny Cates was just having so much fun introducing and bringing the King in Black into play. Very quickly, the Marvel Universe learned who this guy was, and I just absolutely loved it.
It was a great book. I think I said, because I read it on Monday, and I kind of mentioned it on the top 10 book, it doesn't waste any time.
It doesn't.
Which is great, because I'm tired of waiting for the Knoll to arrive. You know, it's been out forever. So finally, you know, Knoll, Venom number 3 is when we learned about Knoll. So now he's on 30. So it's been a while. But you know what? It didn't waste any time. And it jumped right into the action. And I'm hoping that's what we get from this series. It's only a 5 or 6 issue series plus all the tie-ins. But the main tie-in is going to be the Venom book.
For sure.
The other ones are probably going to be loose. You probably won't need them. But this one and then Venom itself are probably the main two. But it was good?
It was good. I even told somebody last night, I said, I mean, with the action that we got inside of the pace that they put down, I hope it's that way through the whole thing.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
You know? But yes, it was good.
All right, next one up here is Firepower number 6. And Bob, was it good?
It was good. It was good. I mean, you know, the story has been kind of slow so far. In this particular issue, it kind of blows the secret off of what's going on, and I really enjoyed it. The action was great. One of my favorite characters is back inside of the book, which I love.
Nice.
And I think that Kirkman's doing an amazing job on it. You can't beat Sammy's artwork.
Yeah. So this is a superhero book, right?
Kind of. No, not really. It's more of like a martial arts society, you know, secret of the firepower type thing. But, you know, there's one guy that has the power.
Secret of the firepower?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a superhero. I don't know. I haven't read it. But I've heard a lot of good things about it. So very cool. All right, last one. Daredevil, number 25. Bob, was it good?
You know, I'm going to say yes. I loved this issue. It was very good. The reveal at the end was, spoilers.
Yeah, we're spoiling. I don't care.
There we go. I've never loved Elektra so much in my life
really?
as what happened in the end of this book, and so I just enjoyed it very much. I loved the zaniness that Zdarsky is going with inside of this, and I loved this issue.
Did you see that coming at all?
No.
Yeah, I didn't see it either because I read 24 just last week.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, okay, he's going to jail. My first thing was he's going to jail. He's going to wear his mask.
Right.
Apparently that's a thing, you know. But you know, and then 25 came out like I said earlier, the next week.
Right.
And it was like, hey, they just pumped that out there, and here, by the way, this is what's going on.
Yeah.
And apparently Elektra makes an appearance in the King in Black number 1.
I wouldn't doubt it.
In the panel.
Yeah, that's right. She did.
And she's like the new Daredevil or whatnot.
Yeah.
Now, you're such a big Daredevil fan. Are you okay with Elektra?
Yeah, actually, I mean...
For at least the next couple issues?
Because of the way...
I thought she died.
They actually show that panel in the book. But, I mean, the way that Zdarsky has played this out, I wasn't expecting it, but it's just so well done.
Yeah.
I mean, the reasons for it happening, I think are fantastic, and the way he's laid it out, and I can't wait to see what happens next.
There you go. Sounds pretty good. So
Yeah.
I guess it was good.
It was good.
All right. I guess I'm up next.
For sure. And so your first one is That Texas Blood, and this is number 6. And so, Bueller, was it good?
No.
No?
I'm done. I'm dropping it.
Are you?
This is the end of the story arc, and you know what? I'm glad it's done. I had such high hopes for this series. The first couple issues I really enjoyed. It died off after that, and I don't care about the characters at all. It didn't go where I thought it was going to go. You know, as far as the... I think everyone kind of thought there was a little bit of supernatural stuff to it. That wasn't the case.
Yeah.
At least not through this story arc. So, no. It didn't live up to it, and unfortunately, that's it.
That's unfortunate.
That's the last one.
I loved the issue 1.
Yeah.
And it just kind of fell off from there, and so that's too bad.
It's too bad.
Now, I don't even know if I want to read my copy now. All right. So the next one up on the list is Erratic. From AWA Upshot. This is issue number 1. Bueller, was it good?
Kind of good.
Kind of
good. For one, I really enjoyed the artwork. I thought the artwork was really good. They're definitely trying to do a Spider-Man vibe. Okay, the premise is the kid is superpowers for 10 minutes a day. Okay, it starts off the kid. They're in a new town. You know, him and his older brother and his mom is there for a new job. He's getting introduced to the people in school and stuff like that, and new teachers, new classrooms. I really enjoyed the setup for it. And then out of nowhere, like in the last few pages, there's like a huge giant squid monster that comes out of the ground. And there's no setup to it at all. It's like, this is a regular world, okay? And there's no reason why that should happen, okay? And it really doesn't elaborate on it at all. And I'm like, that's interesting. And it's just, why is there a squid monster there in this brand new town as well?
Right.
You know, so, I mean, hopefully it's a 5-issue series. They go into a little bit more detail. But I thought the first part, when it was introducing the character, I enjoyed it. I actually connected with the character and the other people in there and stuff. I thought it was a good story. And then the last few pages, just out of left field, that didn't make any sense. There was no build up to it whatsoever. I was like, what is that? You know?
Interesting.
So it just threw me for a loop. I'm definitely going to keep on it and see where they go with the second issue. But it was a little erratic. That's it.
That's the title.
I just figured it out.
There we go.
There you go.
So we got one that sucked.
Yeah.
One that was kind of good.
Yeah.
And then we got your third one.
Yeah.
Which is Deceased Dead Planet number 6. This is the penultimate issue. Bueller. Was it good?
It was awesome.
Was it?
It was really good. I mean, I'm a huge fan. I mean, nobody knows. I always talk about it. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's very common. You know what? It's interesting in this one, and I don't care. We're spoiling this, whatever. But like they finally have a cure. Okay, they finally have a cure to it, and it actually works. Okay, it actually turns the zombie people back into normal. Okay, and then there's a group of villains that have now manufactured these killer robots to wipe out all the things. So it's like, what do you do? They've already started wiping out all the zombies, and now they're in a race to go save the zombies.
Right.
And try to turn them into normal, humans again. So that's the conflict in this one. What do? Do you just wipe them out and start over, or do you, try to save them? And it's going to go half and half. I don't know. And then they throw in other stuff. There's like 3 different sides just going at each other in this one. And it's a very interesting book. There's only one more left. I've loved Deceased from the very beginning.
From the very beginning.
And you know what? You can't go wrong. So I'm very, very happy. So and the nice thing about this, it's introduced me to new characters to where I didn't care about before. I didn't care about Superman's son or Batman's son or whatever it is, or and in here I like them.
Yeah.
Because that's the regular ones are all dead.
For sure.
So this is my introduction to those characters, and I've somewhat enjoyed them.
Yeah.
But I really only like them in this universe. I don't know if I would care for them too much in the regular DC universe. So
yeah. So it was good.
It was awesome. It was very good.
That's awesome. I have both the regular cover and I love the Matina cover with Dr. Fate.
Yep.
Awesome stuff.
I love that too, but it was $1 more.
I forgot about your. I ain't paying for that.
I ain't paying for that. It's $1 more. Screw that, man.
There you go. All right.
Fucking Gold Matina.
That's great.
Anyway, that's our Was It Good segment. So far, everyone really enjoys it, and I enjoy talking about some books we read and stuff like that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it as well. But you know what? We're going to wrap it up today. We're going to skip our ones to watch segment because this video is probably going to be kind of long. But it will be back in the next couple of weeks when we come back. I do want to just remind everyone, the Comic-Con this week, it's going to be Saturday the 12th. Infinity Toy and Comic-Con in Kissimmee, Florida. I'll be there. If you're in the area, please come stop by, say hello. Should be a lot of fun. Get a hold of me on Instagram or send me an email or something. Let me know you're going to be there. I'd appreciate that. Or leave a comment down below. It's up to you guys. Also, like I said earlier, the Knock 'em Deads, they're all accounted for. The rest of them are all going out today, and which is great. I got everyone's mailing address. I was a little worried about that, but I tracked it all down, and it's all good to go. So I have a few books you have to sign, so I got to get that done. So there you go. And I will be doing con coverage, I guess. I'll be filming some stuff, maybe go live. I don't know what their internet situation is, because that's always spotty at the conventions. But I will be filming stuff and doing some other videos this week and next week because I'm out of town, so gotta come up with something else, right?
For sure.
But the regular top 10 and the preview video will be out this week and next week as well. I'm going to film those in advance.
There you
so
go.
all the regular stuff will be there except for the coffee video and then some extra stuff. So there you go. Bob, what about you? What's going on?
I did film a short coffee video. I should have dropped by the time this comes out. I'm doing some revamping on my channel, and I'll be rolling out those things out pretty soon. But I'm excited about this next season.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool, man. Yeah, he's getting close to that 50.
Yeah. I have some stuff I'll be giving away here pretty quickly, and then I got a couple of unboxing videos I'll be doing this week. I got a huge CGC lot coming in this week. So.
Oh yeah, I remember watching your last CGC unboxing video. Mm-hmm. They didn't do it right. That's not right. What the hell?
Yeah, well, I got some revenge. So
yeah, there you go.
We'll see.
All right, everyone, that's all we have for you. You know, this is kind of it's been a fun episode. We took last week off. We're taking next week off as well. Right. So there you go. It's a little spotty, but you know, we'll get back on track after the week after next.
Sure.
And we'll go from there. All right, that's all I got for you guys. Do us a favor, go check out Bob's channel, Everything Comics. Mm-hmm. He's got some new stuff coming out, like he just said. And if you're not subscribed to this channel, go ahead and do so. I actually said that in the last line anyway. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You know what to do. We'll see you next time